Alright, hi, I'm back. And now you can see me again. I don't know, something with this life cam, it's hard to focus at times. So anyway, I ended up having to have a simple mastectomy. I was fortunate enough to be able to keep my lymph nodes. I did lose a few during the biopsy, but I kept most of my lymph nodes. And to my surprise and gratitude, both my surgeons and my plastic surgeon were able to do what's called a skin sparing technique, where they were able to keep most of, let's hope we stay focused, there we go, most of my breast tissue, well, the skin actually, let me rephrase that. They took all of the breast tissue out and they left the skin and they left the nipple, so I have a real nipple again, and I'm so excited about that. And so the incision, what they did was they went into the original incision from the lumpectomy, and they cut me all the way around, all under my arm, and it's all kind of pinned together under here. And they put in what's called an expander, a tissue expander. And what the tissue expander does is there's like a bridge under here that they put in that's kind of painful, and it keeps it in place, but it expands the skin. So you go into your doctor's office every week or 2 weeks, and they put more saline. They put in more saline, however many cc's depending on your breast size, until they get the adequate amount of skin in order to reconstruct your breast. So for me, being a 36D, I have this breast that's a 36D, and this one is like missing now. So this one is going to end up being smaller, and they're going to have to do a lift to it in order to make it look somewhat equal to this one here. So what's going to happen next is I have to have radiation treatment. I have to do 6 weeks of radiation for 5 days a week. And what some people don't know is that every time you have radiation, it's a copayment. Having cancer is a very expensive disease. If you're not paying for facility fees for surgery, you're paying for fees for specialists, you're paying out-of-pocket fees for co-pays, and many times you're seeing a medical oncologist, a radiation oncologist, a surgeon, and even your own PCP and other doctors they may refer you to, like a genetic specialist. And all of that adds up, and paying for parking, and it's very costly. So I have to have 6 weeks of radiation for 5 days a week, $45 every single day that I go. And after I have the radiation, the doctor is going to do what's called a deep flap reconstruction, and he put the expander in to kind of expand that skin out. So when we do the reconstruction, when it's finished, he's going to take the expander out, and I'll have my natural tissue. And what he'll do is he'll cut the tissue from my abdomen area and use that to insert into the breast area where the expander is right now. So it'll be more like a natural breast. I guess you could say the good news is that, hey, you get a breast lift and you get a tummy tuck, but it's so much to go through when you have cancer. But I'm so thankful that I have made it this far, and it has been extremely difficult, emotionally, physical, financially. And I want to tell everyone, give your caregivers a special thanks, because there have been days where I couldn't even wash myself, where I couldn't even go to the restroom, couldn't get in and out of bed, preparing my food. And my mother and my girlfriend and my daughters and other friends and my co-workers have all been such a tremendous support. And my father, of course, Daddy, I won't forget you. I love you, have all helped me out so much. But I wanted to share my story and just give you a little insight. And one more thing, you have a lot of pain after it. They may not tell you that, but there's a lot of pain associated with the mastectomy, because you have to have drainages, and I had 2 on the side. I had 2 tubes. I don't know if you can see the scar tissue from it. Let me turn a little more to the side so you could see it. I think it's further up. Yeah, here they are. They're back here. So there are these drains that are attached to you that you have to carry around and find a place to put them. Sometimes I just wrap them around my neck, or stuff them down in my pants, or attach them inside my clothes, just to because you have to keep them on you. There's nothing you can do but deal with it, and it is somewhat of an inconvenience, and you have to do it a few times a day, but it keeps all of that fluid that accumulates in the breast area, it keeps it from accumulating in your body. And so another thing that I really dealt with is a lot of sensitivity around the nipple area, because my nipples were oversensitive, which some people get, and then swelling. You have to massage the breast after after you have the mastectomy, and you have to do that to get that fluid flowing so it can come out of the breast. And I developed a little lymphedema, so I'm going to have to wear a sleeve. I don't have the sleeve yet, but I'm going to have to wear a sleeve. But I just want you to be encouraged, because this is a hard journey to go through, and it's very tough. Sometimes you feel alone, but you're not alone. Many women have overcome this. And pray, meditate, keep your faith, keep your belief. If you have to cry, cry. If you have to break something, break something. Scream, do whatever it takes. Let it out, get it out. Don't hold it within. You're entitled to that, because it's your life and your feelings. But you can get through this. I fought cancer twice, and I've gotten through it twice. And I'm telling you that even though I'm going through this right now, I am so happy and I'm so thankful to be alive. And I want you to just stay encouraged and know that you're not the only one going through this. You're not alone. You can reach out to me, email me at TonyLRay8248@att.net, or hit me up on YouTube. I'm not really like a social person or anything like that, but when somebody is in need and somebody needs someone to talk to or needs some help, I'm there for them. And as I mentioned before, I created a website called See With Love, and it kind of talks about my experience and why I created the website. And it's a theme-based site that's all about love. It's all about peace, faith, and pride. And I came up with the concept because in my previous cancer experience, there was a day that I had to go into the doctor's office. I was deathly ill, and it was in a corporate office building. I didn't have any hair at the time. I had on this crazy looking house robe, some little furry slippers, and I was walking like a little mouse because I was so weak I could barely move. And when people saw me, they looked at me like they just dejected me like I was the scum of the earth. And it was such a hurtful feeling to know that you're struggling for your life and no one offers a hand to help you. So my site that I created is for us to enlighten the world, where we see everyone without judgment, no matter what their circumstances are or what their conditions are. See one another with love. And the biggest lesson about seeing with love came to me the other day, because all along I thought I created it for others to learn to see one another with love. And then I figured out it was really for me too, to see myself with love. because cancer takes so much away from you. Your hair, all of my fingernails fell off, my toenails fell off, my face got marred from the chemo, it burned it. You know, my skin got really, really dark. So you lose a lot, and it affects your self-esteem and your self-value. So see with love also means to look at yourself with love, because we are not this outer being. We are spiritual beings having a physical experience. And I just wanted to share this with you because I know that there are others who are going through the same thing, and I want you to know that you are not alone. I love you all. So peace and love. Thank you for listening. Bye.